We have a very complex math Olympiad here, and a lot of students could not find the value of x that we are expected to find in this given math Olympiad. Okay, now the first thing we are going to do is to divide through by 4 exponent x. So we have 9 exponent x divided by 4 exponent x, then minus 6 exponent x divided by 4 exponent x, and this equals 4 exponent x divided by 4 exponent x. Okay, now this is what we have. So for this right hand side, this 4 exponent x will divide this 4 exponent x, and we'll have 1 here. Okay, so from here we now have 9 exponent x divided by 4 exponent x minus 6 exponent x divided by 4 exponent x, and this equals 1. Okay, so for these two terms here, we are going to apply this exponential rule. If you have a exponent n divided by b exponent n, this equals a divided by b. Everything will be exponent n because we'll have a common exponent here. Okay, so if we apply the same rule here, we are going to have 9 divided by 4 all exponent x minus 6 divided by 4 all exponent x, and this equals 1. So from here, this 9 here can be written as 3 squared, then divide by 4 can be written as 2 squared, and everything will be to exponent x. Okay, then minus, we can reduce this to the lowest term. Okay, 2 divide 3, 2 divide 6 will give us 3, then divide by 4 divide by 2 will give us 2, and we'll have this to be in exponent x, and this equals 1. Okay, so from here you can see that we'll have a common exponent here as well, so we are going to apply this same rule here. Okay, if we do that, we'll have 3 divided by 2 squared. Okay, we took 1 since they are common. Then let's introduce square bracket, then exponent x, then minus 3 divided by 2 all exponent x, and this equals 1. Okay, so from here we are going to apply another exponential rule here. If you have a exponent n, then exponent m, this equals a exponent m, then exponent n. Since it's multiplication, we can switch the exponents. Okay, we can switch the exponents. Okay, so if we do same here, we are going to have 3 divided by 2 all exponent x. Okay, then we'll introduce our square bracket, then squared. Okay, all we did here was to exchange this exponent here. Okay, x come inside, 2 goes outside, then minus 3 divided by 2 all exponent x, and this equals 1. Now from here you can see that we have 3 divided by 2 all exponent x, and we have 3 divided by 2 all exponent x. Okay, so we can let 3 divided by 2 all exponent x be equal to t. So in this given equation, whenever we see 3 divided by 2 all exponent x, we are going to replace it with what? T. We are going to substitute t for this in this given equation. So we are going to have t squared minus t, and this equals 1. So from here we are going to take transpose of this one here by equating everything to 0. So we have t squared minus t minus 1 equals 0. So looking at this, you can see that we have a quadratic equation, and we'll be solving this using quadratic formula. Now before then, let's write down all the parameters that we need to solve this. Okay, so we'll have a to be equal to the coefficient of these two, t squared, and that is 1. B is the coefficient of this t, and that is minus 1. And c, the constant, equals negative 1 as well. So for us to find the value of t here, is going to be t equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac. And we'll divide everything by 2a. Okay, so from here, t will be equal to minus, remember that b is minus 1, so we are going to have minus 1, then plus or minus square root of b squared, that is minus 1 squared or squared, then minus 4, open parenthesis, a is 1, okay, a is positive 1, and c is negative 1, so we have negative 1 here, okay. Then everything will be divided by 2 times 1, which is a. Okay, so from here we have t to be equal to minus times minus is plus, so we have positive 1 plus or minus square root of minus 1 squared is positive 1. Minus 4 multiplied by 1 is minus 4. Minus 4 multiplied by minus 1 is positive 4. Okay, then we'll divide everything by 2 multiplied by 1 is 2. So this is what we have here. So t here will be equal to 1 plus or minus square root of 1 plus 4 equals 5. Then we'll divide everything by 2. So looking at this, you can see that we'll have two values here. Okay, so t1 will be equal to 1 plus square root of 5, then divide by 2. Okay, let's separate this with a line. Okay, now t2 equals 1 minus square root of 5 divide by 2. Now, but remember that we said let me go back so that we see it. We said let 3 divided by 2 exponent x be equal to t. Okay, so we are going to bring that back. Now t equals, we said let t be equal to 3 divided by 2 all exponent x. Okay, so for that reason we are going to replace t with this. So we are going to replace t with 3 divided by 2, okay, exponent x, and this equals 1 plus square root of 5 divided by 2. And the same thing is applicable to this side. Okay, so we have 3 divided by 2 all exponent x, and this equals 1 minus square root of 5 divided by 2. But looking at this, you can see that we have negative here. If we subtract square root of 5 from 1, it's going to give us negative value from here, and this is positive value. So this positive value cannot be equal to this negative value, so this is not possible. So for that reason, we are going to leave this and face the one that is positive. Okay, so this is not true. Okay, so we are going to solve from here. Now looking at this, what we are going to do next is to apply log from both sides. We are going to apply log to both sides. Okay, so we are going to have log 3 divided by 2 exponent x, and this equals log 1 plus square root of 5 then divide by 2. Okay, so this is what we have. Now remember that according to log rule, when you have log of a number exponent of any value, we are going to take that exponent and multiply that log. So we are going to have x log 3 divided by 2, and this equals log 1 plus square root of 5 then divide by 2. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is to take log of base 3 divided by 2 in both sides. So what do I mean? We are going to have x log 3 divided by 2, let's put this in parentheses, then base 3 divided by 2. Okay, then this equals log 1 plus square root of 5, okay, divide by 2, then base 3 divided by 2. We have applied log base 3 divided by 2 in both sides. So looking at this left hand side, recall that log of the same base equals 1. Log of the same base equals 1. So it simply means that we are going to have x multiplied by 1, okay, and this equals log 1 plus square root of 5 divided by 2 base 3 divide by 2. Okay, so this is what we have. Now 1 multiplied by this x here, we are left with x. Okay, now note that according to log rule, when you have log a base b, now this equals log a divided by log b. Okay, so if we apply this rule, this is a rule, a log rule. Okay, if we apply this log rule in this right hand side, we are going to have that x will be equal to log, okay, log 1 plus square root of 5 divided by 2. Then everything will be divided, if we apply this rule, by this log of this. Okay, so we are going to have log 3 divided by 2. Okay, so this is. Now let's apply another log rule. Okay, if you have log a divided by b, now this equals log a minus log b. Okay, so if we apply this rule here, we are going to have x to be equal to log 1 plus square root of 5. Okay, let's put this in parentheses, then minus log 2. Okay, we attended to this numerator. Okay, now we are going to divide everything, remember that this is 2, by log 3 minus log 2. Okay, so from here we are going to have that x will be equal to log. Now 1 plus square root of 5 will give us 3.236. okay, minus log 2. Then we'll divide everything by log 3 minus log 2. Okay, so let's get the values of all these logs. Okay, so we are going to have x to be equal to log 3.236 will give us 0.51. okay, approximately 0.51, minus log 2 will give us 0.301. Then we'll divide everything by log 3 will give us 0.4771. okay, this is 7, minus log 2 is 0.301. okay, so from here we have x to be equal to 0.51 minus 0.301 will give us 0.209. divide by 0.4771 minus 0.301 will give us 0.1761. okay, so we are going to have the final value of x to be approximately 1.1868. okay, so this is the value of what x that we are expected to find in this given question. Now let's check to see if this will satisfy the given equation. okay, remember that our equation is 9 exponent x minus 6 exponent x, and this equals 4 exponent x. So we are going to substitute this value of x in this equation. So if we do that, we are going to have 9 exponent 1.1868, okay, then minus 6 exponent 1.1868, and this equals 4 exponent 1.1868. okay, so from here 9 exponent 1.1868 will give us 13.5673. okay, minus 6 exponent 1.1868 will give us 8.3851, and this equals 4 exponent 1.1868 will give us 5.1823. okay, so from here if you substitute this from this, you are going to have approximately 5.1822, and this equals 5.1823. okay, now looking at this, if we take the approximate of this number, we are going to have 5.2, which is equal to 5.2 as well. So you can see that the value of x, which is 1.1868 satisfies this given equation. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comment section. Share this video and subscribe to this channel. Bye.